Alright, so in this video I want to introduce you to the eBay website and more importantly the eBay user interface. Now for those of you folks who are not computer savvy and are just getting started for the first time, this is going to be a great introduction and an overview to the user interface. Now the term user interface, or UI as it is abbreviated, is a term that's used to refer to the system itself, how you navigate around it, the tools that are available, how you use it, and you're going to be obviously interfacing with the eBay system time and time again. Now, I understand that there are people that are going to be involved and want to target affiliate marketing, perhaps their own e-commerce website, perhaps selling on half.com, amazon.com, or opening their own eBay store. Either way, everyone is going to start off with eBay because eBay is the simplest and easiest way to get a good solid stream of revenue coming in. And then as well, if you have an e-commerce website, you can use eBay to drive traffic to that e-commerce website, or you can use eBay's advertising to drive traffic to your eBay store, and any number of things. But eBay is the simplest and fastest way to get your e-commerce business launched. So I'm going to introduce you to the eBay website and, more importantly, the eBay user interface, and we're going to talk about the functionality of the eBay website and kind of how to get around. So as you can see here on the screen, I have a blank Internet Explorer web page. To get to the eBay website, it depends upon which regional location you're in, whether you're in the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, or Australia. If you're in the United States, you're going to simply enter ebay.com. If you're located in Canada, it will be ebay.ca. In the UK, ebay.com.uk, or Australia, ebay.com.au. I'm located in the United States, so I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to type www.ebay.com, and I hit the enter key and I wait for the page to display here. Now, I want to call your attention to a couple of points on this particular screen, and I want to make sure that you don't get alarmed. If you don't see a page that looks just like this, with the eBay logo up here in the top, this search box here with the categories box next to it, the categories along the left-hand side here. If you don't see everything that looks like this, what I can tell you is that eBay is very fond of constantly changing. So don't be alarmed if this page doesn't look exactly as your page looked. I liken it akin to when I learned to drive. When I learned to drive my first car in 1972, it was a Fiat 128. It was a manual transmission vehicle. So I learned on that vehicle. Now, I've had a chance to rent vehicles before, and sometimes the vehicle that I rent has the shifter up on the column, or the steering column, as opposed to down in the middle. Sometimes it's an automatic or a manual transmission. Either way, what I want to call your attention to and reassure you is that regardless of how the website looks and the changes that they make, and again, they make multiple changes every month, and they don't announce the changes often. Sometimes sellers like you and I get to discover the changes when we arrive at the eBay website. Either way, don't be alarmed. The bottom line is that the functionality of the eBay website hasn't generally changed over the years. It's generally the same. So all we have to do is orient ourselves to the website and to the tools. Maybe they changed a button, maybe they changed the name of a feature, something like that, but the functionality is the same. So I'll call your attention to the page here, and one of the first things you'll notice is there is an eBay logo prominently on the screen. And this is really nice. Not only does it tell you you're on eBay, but it also is a magical back button, which means that anywhere that you're in the eBay system, anywhere I go, I can go ahead and click on this branded stores real quick, and I'll wait for the page to load. And let's say that I say, well, where am I? I don't know where I am. If I want to get back to the main eBay page, all I have to do is go up here and click on this eBay logo. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you can see it brings us back here to ebay.com. Now, I'll call your attention to a couple of things. The first is if we slide over here to the right-hand side, you'll notice that there's a set of navigation tools. This toolbar up here is the main navigation toolbar, and it contains all the tools that you'll be using over and over and over to buy, sell, and interact with the eBay community. The next function, and again, I'll cover these in detail in a moment. The next is on the left-hand side below the eBay logo. You see a large box here, and it doesn't say search. It's just a large box, and you'll notice that there's a cursor flashing in here. This is the main search box, and when a potential buyer comes into eBay and they're looking for a specific product, they can type search terms in here to be able to find a product. Next to it is the category box that changes the search function of the search bar to be specific or not specific. And then below the search bar, you see the category list. As you can see, as I move my mouse over the category list, it opens up these additional boxes that show subcategories. So these are the main categories, and then over to the right are the subcategories. Now, I'll call your attention to the main navigation bar up here in the upper right-hand corner. You've got My eBay, Sell, Community, and Customer Support. I'll briefly cover each one of these. My eBay, if I click on My eBay, the first thing it's going to do is bring me to a page where it's going to ask me to log into my eBay system. And again, if you haven't already created an eBay account in Topic 2, you should go ahead and do that because some of the access to some of the functionality on the website is based upon having an account. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter my user ID and my password and hit enter. Now the eBay system logs me into the eBay system. Here we are. And because we clicked originally up here on the right on My eBay, it takes me to the My eBay page. Now we're going to go into what the My eBay page is specifically and how it works. But basically, My eBay is a customizable page that allows you to be able to look at a brief overview of everything that you're doing within the eBay system. So for instance, if I was bidding on any items, it would show how many items I'm bidding on. And in this parentheses, it says 0, meaning I'm not bidding on any items. I'm not bidding on them. I'm not winning any, and I'm not winning any either because I'm not bidding on any. How many offers I have, whether I've placed some items on a watch list, and any number of things. It will also enable me to be able to go in and use my eBay to be able to change what is displayed. I can use my eBay as a quick way to see which items I'm selling, which items currently have bids, which items are close to ending, and which items I currently have offers on. So the My eBay page, very important for taking a brief look at what it is that I'm doing within the eBay system. It's a great launch point. I use it a lot. The next tab over here in the navigation bar is the Sell button. Now, if I click on Sell here, or I move my mouse over it, you notice it drops down a list of tools for selling. So let's say I wanted to sell an item. I can click Sell an Item, and it'll bring me to a page where it will tell me, Welcome Sellers, and then there's a big green button that says List Your Item. Again, if you don't have a green button, but it's a blue button or a yellow button, or it's moved over to the left or to the right, don't be alarmed. Again, eBay changes all the time, and if eBay's changing is going to stop you from moving forward or being successful in your business, then we're all in a lot of trouble. So let's go on to the next tab over here. So we went over eBay, My eBay, and Sell. Let's take a look at the Community tab. Now if I move my mouse over the Community tab, it shows announcements. These are announcements that are made by the eBay system about upcoming changes in policies and rules, different types of offers that are put out there. There's an answer center, a discussion forum, a preview of new features, neighborhoods, groups, and eBay Top Shared. So this is some information where you can interact with other members of the eBay community. Now, keep in mind, as a member of Powerseller College, you have the ability to, at any time, go into the question and answer forum or the tech support forum to ask questions directly from power sellers that are doing exactly what you're doing, and they can interact with you and offer information as well. So that's a huge resource that you obviously want to use. Lastly, customer support. If you have a question, if you've got a problem with being able to log into your eBay account, you've forgotten your password, you can't remember your username, you need to change your email address, whatever it is, you've got a number of things that you could do. Now, if I just click on customer support, it's going to take me to a page where it's going to say, customer support, what can we help you with? And then notice there's a box here. It says enter a keyword or topic, and you can type in a couple of keywords, click search, and it'll bring you to a page regarding what it is that you're looking for as far as answers. Now, here I am in customer support, and I want to get back to the main page. Again, like I showed you at the beginning of the video, simply go up here to the eBay logo and click it one time. Brings us back to the main page, and here we are. Now I'll show you two other features. The first is the search bar. Now the search bar, again, isn't marked with the word search. It's the only bar that will be a large square rectangle with a cursor flashing in it. Now this is where a potential user or buyer who's searching for a particular item will go to find your item. This is very important, and this is how we go and decide how to write titles regarding what it is we're selling, because we know that there are basically two ways that visitors are going to look for products to purchase within the eBay system. The first way is a searcher, and about 95% of the people that go onto eBay are going to be searchers. The other 5% are known as browsers, and I'll talk about each one. First, the searcher. So the searcher is going to come in here, they're going to type Apple, iPhone, 3GS, and then they're going to possibly choose a category, but most people don't. They just leave it at all categories. And then before they click the search, they're basically saying, I want to search all categories of eBay for the term Apple iPhone 3GS. So let's take a look and see what happens when we do that. I click the search button here. eBay then queries all of the sellers out there, and it comes up and shows that there's 108,856 results for the Apple iPhone 3GS. And then if we slide on down, we can begin to see the actual items that are listed. Now, I'll go back to the main search page by clicking the eBay logo. There we are. It brings us back to the main page. And now I'll show you the other type of buyer out there. Again, there are searchers that use this search bar, and there are browsers. The browser people are kind of like people that you think of are window shopping. They're not sure exactly what it is they're looking for. They're looking for a bargain. Oftentimes, they're looking for something that just tickles their fancy, and the way that they could do that is they browse around through the shops. So I'll show you how that works. That's done by using these categories over here. So let's say that I was looking for men's athletic shoes, but I'm not sure what type. I'm just going to browse around and see what's out there. I can go in here to fashion and then do the subcategory men's shoes. And if I click it, it will then bring me into the subcategory fashion and men's shoes. Now you'll notice there's a breadcrumb navigation bar here that eBay uses that's almost identical to the breadcrumb navigation bar in Powerseller College. There's no mistake as to why that is exactly that way. Here's why. So you can see that I'm in men's shoes, and it shows me that I started in eBay, went into the fashion category, and then went to men's shoes. And then as you can see over here, it shows a complete list of the men's shoes that are available there. Now I'll go ahead and click back by clicking the eBay logo once again. And now you have a brief overview of the eBay user interface. We talked first about the navigation bar, My eBay, Sell, Community, and Customer Support. We talked briefly about the search bar that searchers use when they come and visit the eBay website to search for items that they want to sell. And then we also covered the category display. These are for our browser, people that are coming in to browse the items that are available for sale on eBay, and when they find something that tickles their fancy or interests them, they then pursue that item and choose to purchase it. Understanding the eBay website, and more importantly, the user interface, or the interface that was designed by the eBay people to allow you and I, sellers and also buyers, to be able to interact with their system, hugely important. I hope this video assisted you in getting a brief overview of the tools, systems, and functionality of the eBay website. But know this, it can seem daunting, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on the website that's constantly changing, but know this. The bottom line is you're going to end up using about 5% of the eBay website about 100% of the time.